think it was right before Hentai Haven got shut down as well.
Yeah.
I remember they like messaged me being like, "Hey, do you want to promote like our merch line?" And I'm like, I'm not promoting a merch line for a fucking pirating website. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's like if Pirate Bay was like, bro,
Holy shit.
we've got like these
They
like
actually?
yeah, they actually
No.
like I can say that because they're gone, but like yeah, they fully did that. And I remember I messaged a few people just being like, does this seem right? Like I think I'm missing something here. I don't think this is
No,
right.
You're not the only person, but it wasn't Hentai Haven.
Oh really?
It was Kiss Anime.
Really?
They messaged you?
Yeah. So Kiss Anime were going to open like a store. They were going to open a store, and they messaged me being like, "Hey, do you want to promote our store?" And I was there sitting. Are these guys for real? what makes you think you're gonna get away with this? You know, and they had like they had an entire store page that they like linked me to, and they had obviously it was like official products that were being sold unofficially, of course.
Right.
Were they like typing to you or writing to you in clear English, or was it broken?
No,
English?
it was actually clear
Was
English.
it in Russian?
No, it was like a proper store and everything, and I'm just like, man, these
Yeah, that's the thing.
The balls on this
Hentai
guy.
Haven
is the
store,
balls.
the Hentai Haven store as well was like he had already even made like a landing page for it, and he was like, "This is the lineup for the stuff," and it was like t-shirts. Obviously, it wasn't anything like too like amazingly well designed, but you know, it was just simple stuff like just the Hentai Haven logo on a t-shirt or something. And I'm like, no, that. And then 2 weeks later, I think it was maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later, they got that whole thing happened where they got shut down, right?
I wonder if it comes from disdain from the major companies more so than them, because they don't actively brand anything. They don't do anything. They don't have like a hee funny Twitter account, right? Like, like Kiss Anime never did anything. I think it's just because
it's all community driven.
I think a lot of the community just does not like the big guys, which whatever.
They're easy to share too.
Yeah,
like,
they are.
If your friend doesn't have an account and they're new to anime and you're trying to get to know the anime, you'll link them to like a pirate site.
And also, it works on in every country, right?
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of the
exactly.
official stuff. So.
Like, I do think there is a space for piracy. I mean, I made an entire video on fan subs and how that was like really, really important for the community and how it helped it grow. And I will make that argument that I do think there is a space where piracy did play a part in helping anime grow, especially abroad. But I think it's gotten to the point now that anime, I don't know, it doesn't have that same effect anymore, because anime is now big enough where everyone knows anime.
Yeah.
So I think I think there's still like a lot of countries where that kind of need piracy to help boost like anime to make this a truly global medium. But places like the US and like the UK and places where you have a lot more accessibility and the fandom is a bit bigger, it's like that argument doesn't hold as much water as it did fucking 10 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, I mean 10 years ago, not even further beyond that, right? The whole Western community came from piracy, right? Because you had to get like a bootleg, like why I say H like that? VHS tape, right? You had to get a bootleg one. It was all shared around. Right? It was all piracy, but obviously, like you said, it's grown out of that. And I guess some people want to hold on to that and argue that's.
I think that's the biggest problem, though, right? Is that a lot of the discussion that revolves, especially around anime piracy, is like. Both sides of the argument is very, very much like situated on both sides of the spectrum, right? It's like you either hard agree that piracy in anime is bad, or you hard disagree. Like, there's very rarely any people who are kind of like, there's benefits, but there's also demerits to it.
Because I'm definitely someone who's in the middle.
Yeah,
but like, it's hard for me to get involved in like any discussion on Twitter because if you say anything, they either put you on one side or the other. You're either like hard into piracy, or you're like a fucking Crunchyroll and Funimation or Bookwalker shit, right?
I guess filthy Bookwalker
Even
shit.
though I work at Bookwalker, like. I know I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm in between. Like, the only reason like I'm technically in this industry or I got interested was because there were pirate sites.
Right.
Yeah. Got you into it, right?
Yeah, and I got into it. And I mean, now there's just so many subtitles available, so many platforms. There's really no excuse, but if you want to see something fast and in low quality and maybe the translations aren't because it's stuck in Netflix.
One question I always had about on the Japanese side of things is that how aware are the Japanese companies of all these pirate sites?
Very aware.
Are they very aware?
Yeah. I've talked to.
It feels very Japanese. We're like, we don't care. I sleep. Oh, you're pirating our anime? I'm woke. Like,
No, they care. They're very strict, especially like not talking about like websites, but for example, YouTube.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair use is not a thing in Japan.
Like when we've worked
unfortunately.
with sponsors, right? If we want to show just a screenshot of an anime, if they're sponsoring it, they'll bring that up. They're like, could you have rights to show the screenshot? And it's like, it doesn't matter if they have a problem. Like, because I guess the YouTube mentality is right. If it's a problem, they'll let us know, right?
Yeah.
Like, they'll copyright us, right? Whatever, we'll fight it. Or
Yeah.
if it's really unfair and I've just uploaded a 10-minute Family Guy or 24-hour Family Guy stream, I probably shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah,
right.
right.
But
Yeah.
most of the time, it's like if they have a problem, they can come and tell us.
Yeah.
Right. But I feel like they're very much a risk-averse mindset where it's like just don't ever allow that situation to happen.
Yeah.